Hi, Alicia Lamb here, and I am going to share with you a little bit about Topeka. Topeka was established in 1854, and in December 5th, that same year, it was named the capital of Kansas. Um, with Topeka, it is built on the banks of the Kansas River, and so trade routes were very important to the area and brought a lot of people up through the river, and it established businesses because alongside the river, and it was also a stop on the Oregon Trail. One of the bigger industries was the Lincoln College, which started as a charter school from funding given by the state. It was later renamed Washburn University after Ichabod Washburn gave $25,000 to the school. Several natural disasters have occurred that have reshaped the city, and the flood of 1903 took out millions of dollars worth of industry, and several people ended up drowning. It is said that the Native Americans that lived here previously had warned the settlers, but they didn't listen. So after 1903, some levees were built, and that has not occurred again. And across the nation in 1930 was the Depression. Again, there was a flood in 1951. No one died, and some businesses did shut down permanently, but it wasn't as disastrous as the flood of 1903. And then in 1966, a tornado ravaged Topeka, tore down so many buildings on Washburn's campus, and several businesses downtown were gone and had to be rebuilt, and a lot of people lost their homes. Auburn Washburn is the school district I work in, and Washburn High School was actually in the basement of a building in Washburn University, and it was established in 1918. So we just had our 100th anniversary. Topeka is slowly becoming more involved with families. We have, not we, I'm not a part of it, but more and more events are taking place downtown to bring the community together. Businesses are holding concerts in their parking lots or family days. We have finally gotten a discovery center for kids. Our zoo is growing, and they are putting in some new features for families. And our local library is amazing. It won a national award for the events that it hosts and the programs it has in place for people in our community. In the fall, some of the traditions are around fall festivals. We have an Indian um, festival, we have a Native American festival. So there's several things that go on that are kind of traditions to the town. Our population is constantly rising and falling. I wouldn't say Topeka has a very high population. Actually, I think it's struggling quite a bit right now. A lot of our businesses have closed and not a lot has come in. Payless has gone through a giant restructure. Hallmark left. Goodyear is still around, but it ebbs and flows, and the railroad is the same way. Majority of the population is between the age of 25 and 44. I would say a lot of that has to do with the political positions that are here in the state. We do not have a high immigrant population, and I think that's due to the industry that we have. Um, our communication channels. We, of course, do a lot with technology, as many school districts do. Parent portal is the way for the school districts and teachers to communicate with parents and vice versa. We also use Twitter. Um, the PTO for our school has Facebook page that they keep updated, but teachers use email, send letters home, phone calls, and we still use the news stations and newspapers to communicate with the community so everyone has an idea of what's going on. Some community groups, we have the YMCA that our school district works very closely with, and they run the before and after school programs. This is a switch that happened halfway through the school year. They also run the district's preschool, and this is a preschool that only teachers, well, people employed by the school district are allowed to send their kids to. We have community supports that come into our school or junior achievement, big brothers and big sisters. Mental health resources that several of the students in our building use, and I'm sure throughout the district, are Family Service and Guidance and TARC. We have one called the Capers Foundation, but not many of our students come from Capers or continue receiving services from there once they enter kindergarten. Some of the higher education schools we have are Washburn University and Washburn Tech. Our school district and several school districts in Topeka, along with some outside ones, have partnered very closely with Washburn Tech so students graduate career ready, and it has been an amazing program. Leadership in Topeka. We just elected a new mayor, Michelle De La Isla, first female Hispanic mayor. She um, blew it out of the water during the campaign. I think she has a great vision for our city. I think she wants to make a lot of changes. She is young and comes from a very difficult background, which I think will serve our community well. The Auburn Washburn School District has a Board of Education. Under that is the superintendent, our executive director of teaching and learning, and director of student services, who's my boss, Jamie Callahan. And Wanamaker Elementary, we have, of course, a principal. Our community characteristics, like I said, our mayor is a visionary. She wants to bring change. She wants Topeka to grow, so she's looking on bringing industry into the city. A superintendent is been here for 4 years. This will be his fifth year. He is young and is very relatable, easy to talk to. He is a problem solver. He has a vision for the school district that a lot of people are on board with. My principal is more laid back. He does not really like confrontation, but that's not to say that I can't approach him with the problem and we try to find a solution together. Our economic conditions. Like I said before, Topeka's not really growing at an incredibly fast rate. I would say it's steady at this point. We're a predominantly Caucasian um, area. We have 10% African Americans, 5% would be two or more races, 2% is other, 1% Asian, 0.8 Native American, and 0.06 Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander. We do have an increase in people from the Middle East, and they tend to come and go based on the job, but a lot of them are in the tech industry or the medical fields. Industry, uh, majority of the city is employed by the state of Kansas because there's government offices everywhere. Other than that, education, health, and social services are the next leading industries in the city. Our unemployment rate is at 3%. Minimum wage is the same as it is nationally. Our average income is rather low at 24,000 and median household is 41,000. I feel like for a city of our size that these are lower um, amounts, but our property values are steady. I would not say it's a hard place to live. Like our income does meet the housing needs, and there's not a huge discrepancy between how much people make and the cost of living. School funding in Kansas is fluid. We went through a really rough patch under Brownback, as many people are aware. We are getting more funding due to schools not being properly funded, and that was Supreme Court made that decision. And the aid per pupil is the highest it has been at $8,000, but people are still wanting more because we are having more and more students that are free and reduced lunches coming from lower incomes, and it's getting harder to meet the needs with growing classroom sizes. Our social tensions. Washburn is a on the outside of Topeka, so we're more of a rural school going into suburban. We don't have At my school, I don't have a lot of interracial confrontations, and we definitely don't have gang influence at the high school. Um, there's a little bit of it, but not a high rate of gang influence at all. There's different cliques. They're going to be everywhere between the athletes, arts, lower income, and higher income. Cyberbullying is an issue as it is at a lot of places. Vaping and drug use is also a concern, especially with marijuana. And there can be, if you go to sporting events, sometimes there's conflicts amongst the students that go to different high schools. I can't say that this has been a problem I've noticed a lot of, but it is one that we are all aware of. So, our sources of information: the Superintendent's Council meets monthly. Our PTO meets monthly, and social media, we update that stuff fairly regularly so people have an idea of what's going on. Our power structures, and I did this a little differently. Of course, it's Board of Educators and Superintendent, our executive director, our director of students, and I listed her number 4 because she is my boss other than my principal. She is who I report to when it comes to my special education concerns and needs. Then I have my principal who is in charge of the school staff. And I put teachers and paraeducators because I have a list of paraeducators that work under me, and I am their boss. Our power structure, we're pretty conservative spending wise. So when the budget got really tight, we cut a lot of our resources without cutting jobs. We just became more conservative. We didn't have to dip into our reserves. We think long term as far as having land purchased to build another high school or another school if that day comes. We just finished construction on all of our buildings 6 years ago, so right now there is not a plan to continue any construction or start any new construction. Our football field has just been updated, and I believe we're putting in a new track. The mill levy was voted on and did not increase. Auburn Washburn is very lucky in that the business district is in our district, so we get a lot of funding tax-wise from the districts or from the businesses in our district. Multicultural. We have a moderate ELL population. I would say it's increasing each year. We do a lot, I will speak for my school, as far as bringing multicultural lessons into the grade levels. We look at different histories, we celebrate um, heritage, and we look at the arts and bring in different cultures through art. We do have a dress code. And our dress code is present, but it is not heavily enforced. For the students that struggle to have the clothing necessary, sorry, um, the clothing that we need for weather, we have shoes, coats, and clothes available to them. We started a Wanamaker Den. We also have food available for students to take home on the weekends. Our public opinion of Auburn Washburn is pretty high. We are ranked in the top 10 of Kansas public schools, and the people in the community see us as having a very rigorous curriculum, a very strong special education department, and majority of our students graduate college and career ready. Our public opinions, we completed one a couple of years ago, and it was how the community should see us spending our money and how we are working on our academics, supports, athletics, arts, and technology. Rating scale on food, transportation, and facilities. It was nice to get what the public opinion thought of us that way. I believe our superintendents